guys, so today I'm going to be teaching you kind of how to build a treehouse. I'm not sure how long this video will be. Right now it's kind of been a bit laggy, I don't know why. You know, sorry about the lack of videos and stuff. Power issues and internet issues the past 2 weeks, so that kind of made it hard to record. So I'm not going to be building a treehouse like this, but Gordon, Kermit and Princess Banana are basically the inspiration for this. So I'm not going to show you all of Gordon's base, that's for another video, but I'm going to show you what I plan to do. Basically I want to have the ladders in a tree like this, and then you go up to the treehouse itself, so there's ladders there. That's the plan. But I'm not gonna make something like this. It's just too impossible for me to do that in the amount of time I have. Mine's just gonna be a small treehouse, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna try and make it easy to follow. I have no idea what I'm doing myself, so it might look ugly, but it's just a test. I'm gonna try and do something. My base is a mess. Also thanks to people for helping me get wood. I can't remember everyone, but some people helped me get the brown and green and that. Okay, so where's the best place to build a treehouse? This might be split into 3 parts, honestly. I think here. I'm gonna delete it afterwards, but first what I think would be the best bet is to build some ladders going upwards and then build like a house. My idea is to kind of build a house first and then build a tree along with it. So first step is basically just to place ladder blueprints upwards. I'm not sure how many yet, but I'm gonna do that. I think the treehouse tutorial will be kind of cool. I know some people want to build tree houses, so I'm gonna place about maybe 6 ladders. That should give it enough height. Yeah, I think that's a good height. So the first step is to place 6 ladders going upwards. I'm gonna fill this in so I can build the house, and then I'll show you guys like how to make the house and stuff. Okay, so now that I've done placing 6 ladders going upwards, I'm going to attempt to like build a floor. So I'll go and get a floor blueprint and just kind of make a floor around the ladder or something, like it's gonna be coming up through the middle of the house. I'm gonna try my best to make it like that. I think that's good. And I'm gonna get a big piece of wood and just dump that on there so I have something to stand on. I don't know why, but it's just really laggy right now, probably because of that base. So I'm just gonna, Jesus, that was a black thing. Don't do this. Okay, somehow I reached up there. So once I've done that, I'm gonna kind of build a floor around here, and this is where the treehouse is gonna go. So I've put 6 ladders going up and then a large floor like here. It's kind of really laggy. I really shouldn't have joined public, honestly, but I don't have any VIP servers. Okay, so a tree. What a fit tree around here. So it's gonna be hard. Let me see. I don't really have a plan for this. I'm just kind of freestyle. I think this is how big the house floor is gonna be. So I think the tree house is going to be about 3 long, 3 large floors. And, you know, I might as well just delete that. I mean, let's move it down there. And that should be a good size. And I'm going to build up the floor first because that makes sense. And basically do this. Maybe 3 by 3 long. So forget to put this in the middle because that's where it's going to go. Not sure how big the tree is going to be itself, so I'm going to decide that probably now. Okay, so this is it so far. The treehouse. Maybe a bit big, but whatever. Maybe if I put the ladders kind of more over here and then build a tree in the center. I think I'll do that. So altercation. Gonna move the ladders. Basically, more in the middle of this. It's about here. That way I feel like it's easier to build a tree around it. Remember, this is just freestyling. And placing ladders isn't always the most fun part. Just gotta try and do it though. Hopefully this goes in the middle and then I can craft out a floor at the top. 4. So try and place the tiles or ladders in the center of like this rectangle, I guess. It's hard to see why I've picked up because there was a microphone in the way. This is not a very formal tutorial, I guess. It's more of a messier tutorial. My other ones are so much easier to follow. Okay, we have just this one to place. Alright, done. So, this is what it is so far. Basically, ladder's going up in the middle, and then I'm going to build like a tree over here, and have the ladders as an entrance. So I'm going to put some floors at this side, hopefully. I don't know if that hovers. Nope, that hovers. Okay, so I'm going to fill in this gap so you can actually step onto the tree. I don't really have a blueprint layout for this, so if it's kind of random how I'm doing this, but basically what you do so far is put 6 ladders upwards and then kind of build a floor plan around it. So it's like 3 large floors by 3 large floors along the floor. You can do it whatever size, but this is what I'm doing it for now because I don't really know any other better way. Like, I don't want to make it crazy, because if I make it too crazy then I have no idea what I'm doing. So the tree house itself is just going to be birch, elm wood. I'm way too lazy to get good clothes to the actual tree house. I only got one set of green trees myself because my computer just disconnected all the time. So yeah, getting wood is not really good when your power sucks or your internet doesn't work, because that's been happening in the past 2 weeks and video schedules being off, and yeah, it's fun with no internet. Okay, gonna cover up that place. Try and basically have a good room for the ladder, but not too much that you fall through. And I think I have a new favourite base as well. Cassie's base is good, but Gordon's has the details, and I really like details more than big bases. Cassie's base is a lot more detailed than normal big bases. I guess it's just I've never seen what Gordon does before. He made a damn dragon in his base. Like, who can do that kind of stuff? Wait. Such an idiot. I can just get rid of this. I don't know why I'm putting them down here when I could just delete them. I'm so used to building other people's bases, I just kind of forget about that. Like when you're just building on someone's base and you need to delete blueprints and it doesn't really let you. I do like the idea of not being able to delete structures because it saves you from having your base ruined. But blueprints, I just don't see how not being able to delete them is gonna ruin anyone's base, honestly. I mean, yeah, it might ruin some plans, but it's not as worse as having structures deleted. Okay, so this is kind of my plan. 6 ladders kind of going upwards here. And then floor around it, so 3 by 3 large floors, and then in the middle I've kind of just blocked the ladder off with other blueprints to have like a 3 by 4 space as an entrance. I'm gonna fill this in and I'm gonna show you guys like how to do the walls and stuff, and then the roof and etc. Build around the treehouse and all that lot. Okay, gonna fill in the walls now. Okay, so next thing I'm going to show you guys what to do is basically the kind of walls. Also, I got these axes and some money from Queen Eva Slayer, so thanks. You know, I was on 200k, the million helps stock it up. I don't even know where the money goes, honestly. I don't even build on my base that much. Okay, so the first possible thing to do is just place smooth walls around here. We're gonna have a door somewhere, like it'll lead onto a tree branch. This is perfect because it fits there. The door's probably gonna be about here. I'm thinking of having a tree branch and like a tire swing on it or something. Like that. Try and fudge that on. So put smooth walls on around this side. And some here, about maybe here, have a door, and that will lead to a tree branch somehow, I don't know. So I'm gonna put that there, and then we're gonna get the smooth wall and leave a gap for the door, and basically so I actually have somewhere to go out. And boom. I don't think that's a door shape really. We try and figure out where the door's gonna be. Be more suited for this. But instead for now I'm just gonna use a door to like mark out where it's gonna go. So the door's gonna go about here. And then I'm gonna put a smooth wall there. Or a short smooth wall. Like so. And then over this side I'm just going to fill this area in with walls. I'm on a private server right now because whenever I join public it's always laggy. I joined Gordon yesterday and it was really laggy. So private servers mean it's a lot less. Quality is better. Okay, put that there. And then put that there. And this should be the first walls basically, and then I'm gonna mark out where the windows are gonna go. So let's see, the windows are gonna be large glasses, so I'm gonna use large floors to mount them out. So say about 1 away from here, maybe 2, about this, and these I'm gonna try and get it even. Okay, so let's budge that up 1, and then try and get it perfect on this side. So if you want to know where the windows are, mark them out with large floors. I'm gonna measure the distance of mine, see if it's alright. That's a post long, and that's a post long. So put 2 large floors, a post away from the edges, and then basically just put 2 more large floors there. You're not going to fill them in, they're just references for where glass is going to go. So I'm going to do the same over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just put 1 there. Should I have glass at this side? I think 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then once you've placed the glass around the corners, just kind of measure it. So post there, that's right. And then post there, post there. Okay, so that's measured out properly and basically by 6 large glasses, the windows, and also either fill in a blueprint of the door or like a glass door. So place smooth walls basically around all here till you get to kind of this edge, and then place a door there, and that will lead out to like a tree branch which you can hopefully sit on. I still don't know how to do it properly, so you know. And for the rest of this area, basically place smooth walls, and this will basically cover up the wall. Remember that the large floor is for windows, so use smooth walls to mark out the walls instead of large floors, because it will get messed up and stuff. So I'm going to place smooth walls around the edges and fill them in later. So this one, at least you don't have to see me film this on camera, because that is annoying. Okay, did I get the wrong one there? Yep. Short smooth wall. Placing this thing around here, and then go and get the spinner one, and then fill in all the gaps which I even missed. Like so, and do that. All of this is going to be filled in with birch wood for me, but you guys can do whatever colour, and then the rest of the gaps, posts, and the 4x4 smooth wall. There's a lot of gaps to cover in each one. I think once you've placed all the smooth walls, you can delete the large floors because you won't really need them, and the gaps can just be referenced. That way you don't have to accidentally fill them in. Okay, so you can just delete them now, and then note where the windows are going to go once you've placed smooth walls around them and stuff. So I'm just going to delete that, and this should be where the windows are going to go and stuff. Then add a layer of thin smooth walls on the top. The reason I'm not doing full smooth walls is because it would be kind of too high the roof, I think. So placing smooth walls around the top like so. Oops, that's not gonna work. And then once you've done that, basically what you need to do is just fill the treehouse in with whatever colour wood you chose to do it in. So I'm lazy and just chose to do it in birch wood because it takes too long to get the other wood. I don't even know if I'm placing this right. Maybe doing it from another angle. Right there. Okay, so we have gaps, so smooth wall to fill in them gaps. And smooth wall there. Get this one, slot that in there, and slot that in there. Gonna delete this door and then put a glass door there. Okay, so this is how you do the walls of the house. Basically place smooth walls along the bottom until you get to this kind of door area. Then mark out the windows on the side, basically one post away from each edge for large windows, and use large floors to mark them out while you're doing the walls. And then once you've done that, fill in the gaps of the walls here, like put the smooth walls down like that, and then delete the large floors because they'll get confusing. Then you should have your windows marked out. Place a layer of thin smooth walls on the top going around, and that should be how you create the walls of the treehouse. I'm going to fill all of this in, get glass, and then show you guys how to do the roof, etc. Anyway, let's get filling this in. Okay, so now time for the roof. Also thanks to SA for getting me the glass, because I was across the bridge and it does that stupid glitch where it freezes in place. So whenever I jumped out my truck I couldn't move. So he paid for the bridge and I managed to get the things back. I'm trying to think of what to do for the roof. So is it this? So I might do something like this. I don't want to do it too fancy, it's a simple treehouse, but basically place 2/4 wedges going along here, like that. And just continue doing that until it's the end. See, it fits pretty nicely at the end there. No having to use the one, I don't know what they're called, but extra pieces. Do the same over this side, place 2/4 wedges going along. I'm gonna fill this in with brown wood. Probably the best idea. Okay, I've done something wrong here. Annoying. Hopefully I can slot that on. No, it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, there we go. Then I'm gonna do another set of them. 2/4 wedges going up like so. And okay, so I sorted that problem out. That was kind of annoying. And then place another 2/2 wedges on the same layer and just don't do what I did. Place them one wrong. Now it's annoying, you think you placed them right, but it just isn't. Like if you turn, and then you realise you just placed it really wrong. Like this game. Okay, so is that good? I think I can do, you know, lead it up and then basically just do this. Like that. So you see what I did there? That. It's annoying, because, yeah. Basically meet the 2/4 wedges at the top from each side. And continue doing that. Looking cool so far. So like this. Surprised I didn't place that wrong. This is going to be the roof, and then once I've done the roof I can finally get onto the tree. Because that's going to be definitely a test of what I can do. Yeah. So continue placing 2/4 wedges going upwards where they meet at a point. Make sure to place 6 2/4 wedges along each side, and then 2 more layers of them to meet at the top. If you guys didn't know that. Okay, so that's the roof. Now we're gonna fill these gaps in with brown. So let's get what is it called? Smooth walls, and then use these to fill in these little gaps. Like, oh, I don't want to fall off there. Like so. And that, oh, they fit perfectly. And then that should fill in the gaps of the roof, and you know, that'd be brown wood. And then do the same at this side to fill these roof gaps in here. Like so. And that should be how you make the roof. Basically use 2/4 wedges going along the side, 6 of them, put 2 more layers going up there, and then 3 layers of 2/4 wedges at this side. And then to fill in these gaps use smooth walls and do the same over there. I'm gonna fill this in with brown wood, then finally get on to showing you guys how to actually make the tree itself. Okay, so I'll finish the roof. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So thanks to SA for helping me fill it in. A lot of more brown wood than I expected it to be, but we have a tree house. Well, a house without a tree, I guess. So next thing to do is to build a tree, hopefully. I did think of a tree design last night, so I'm gonna get 2 smooth walls and then kind of place them like one behind the ladder. I think like this. Oh, I guess not. I did have a tree house design for this. Like that. Just gonna do this. Place smooth walls around here. Like so. And this is going to be like the tree trunk area. Then I'm going to kind of place thin smooth walls here and here. So make sure to place smooth walls behind the back of the ladder, just one post space. And then place 2 smooth walls at the edge of there, and then 2 thin ones to meet up. And then over here, we're going to have like an entrance to a door, I think it's going to be done with posts. So this is going to be posts here and here, and this should be a good sized entrance. Now I'm not going to really have a door here. I might do actually, I don't know. But I'm going to see how big the door is, so yeah, this is perfect size. So the next thing, since we've got that layer down, this kind of tree trunk, is to get some root systems going along here. I'm going to get the 2/2x1 wedge and basically place them around. Make sure to leave one gap between each one of these. And these will be the root patterns, like so. Keep doing that, leaving the one gap space between each one of them. And this will make some kind of roots of the tree, like a pattern. So do that around a tree, and once you've done that, go and get the 3/3x1 wedge, and then place them inside the gaps here, and this will make like a pattern for the tree thing, like the pattern of the roots. Keep doing that around and filling in these gaps here to make the pattern, like so. It gives it a good layered feeling. Not the best at making textures, but I think this should do. So place them going around the edge like that, and make sure it's even. And there you have some good roots, I think, for the tree, and that will be the entrance to our tree house. And then once you've placed the 3/3x1 wedges and the 2/2x1 wedges around here, like around the smooth walls, basically just place smooth walls going upwards to kind of cover the back. So this might be hard, but basically just cover up the back next. I placed it too high then. And then once you've done that, filled it all in, then next thing will be trying to make the branches. Of course, that's going to be kind of an issue, hopefully. So keep placing the smooth walls around here, and then the thin smooth walls. Basically just place smooth walls going upwards. And, I don't even know if you can fit. Okay, so ladders go up there, so I won't be able to fit the other ones on top of there, so I'm gonna place some smooth walls this side because I won't be able to fit the smooth walls going up there properly. I have to use the post to fill that in that gap. Okay, so that's good. Now place them like this, the smooth walls sideways, because otherwise it won't work properly. Oh, damn it. Okay, so go and get the short smooth walls again. Place that there. Damn it, no, don't do that. And place that there. Make a tree shape around this. Hopefully I have enough. And then go and get the short smooth walls, the really small ones, and just kind of do that. And then basically place posts going up along here, like so. This would cover the entrance. There's a lot of blueprints, so I'll go through them again, so don't worry. Keep just placing them upwards until you've got. Okay. You see, it's kind of looking good-ish. Then go and get the smooth wall, and then we're gonna kind of. I'm gonna put a smooth wall here, just to kind of mark where the door is, and then place smooth walls on top of this, like so, and delete that one. This is where the door entrance will be, the tree. And then go and get a smooth wall, and place it there. Okay, so I'm gonna go through it again from this point. So start by placing 2 smooth walls at the back of the ladder. Wrap the smooth walls around, so place 2 more at the side there. And wrap it around till there's a door entrance in the middle, basically line it up with the ladder. And down here place 3/3x1 wedges and 2/2x1 wedges to create like tree branches, basically 1 for each one of them, so 2, 3, 2, 3, like a pattern around. And that should be the bottom. On top, basically just place 2 smooth walls around the back, stack them on, place the same blueprints you used to the bottom on top of here. Same goes to the other side. This is the second layer of tree. So place the same blueprints you used on the bottom here to make the tree, except for these ones. And then here you have to place the blueprints like sideways. So I placed a smooth wall sideways on that side here, and then I placed a short smooth wall there. Placed a really smooth wall there, 2 posts here, and then short smooth wall on the top, and basically I just placed them sideways like so. And I also placed a smooth wall on top of where the door would be for the entrance. And for this part I'm going to be placing smooth wall stubs and short smooth wall stubs. Okay, so I don't really think of when I'm building, so gonna move this down here, move this down here. Let's kind of move these out the way for now because I can't really see what's going on and stuff. No, not the ladder. Teeny floor, whatever. Okay, so if you want to do it the easy way, move the floor in and then just place it back later. Just kind of move this crap out of the way. I don't even know what I'm doing properly. Okay. Oh shit, I have to move just to this. I'll sort that out later, honestly, because yeah. Okay, so once you've shifted all that floor, it will be a lot easier to place. So go up here and just kind of get a short smooth wall and then place that on top of there. Can't place it there, place that there, and there, and there, and there. Isn't how light is dark, I can't really see anything. Okay, so once you place the short smooth walls in there, go and get a short smooth wall stub and then fill in the rest of the gaps with them. Like so. I think that's it, and then that should be cool. I'm gonna look, see if there's any other gaps. Okay, so I did place posts on top of here, but for some reason, I'm not sure quite why, but if I did, I wouldn't be able to fit the large floors on again. So basically the last layer is short smooth walls and smooth wall stubs, and that should be the tree trunk done. And then next thing I'll do is add in the branches and everything. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to do this. So that's how you make the tree trunk. I'm gonna fill this in and also run down, so make sure to place smooth walls on the first layer upright and the thin smooth walls to wrap around to the ladder entrance, and then place the same blueprints on the bottom on the top, which is the bottom. Place blueprints like smooth wall here on the sides and stuff, and then for the second last layer place short smooth walls and smooth wall stubs. Hopefully you can follow that. The tree trunk is probably the hardest design. So I'm going to fill this in with brown wood and then show you guys how to do the branches. Okay, so the next process is, once I've done this massive tree trunk thing, is to place some branches. So now I think having branches at the top to support the tree house would make a bit of sense. Bear in mind I don't really kind of know what I'm doing, so I'll place 2 smooth walls at the top here, then again like so, and then I'm gonna add some layers to it. Hope that looks good, at least. Sorry about the background noise. I think if there's any background noise, I don't know. School kids are coming out, and you guys know how annoying school kids are and stuff. So I've done this, place 2 smooth walls going along here for some branches. Then I'm gonna kind of place some smooth walls going outwards like that and put some leaves on it. And up here I'm gonna like wrap around the branch, the tree house, so it holds it in place, I think. I don't know, I think that's gonna hover up in the air. Yep, sure it does. I don't even know how to like solve that problem out. Is that hovering up in the air? Nope. I think it's slightly above that. I can fix that problem. So the idea is just to kind of create branches that wrap around like the tree house. But I'm gonna go up here and see how this looks. I need a branch out here as well. Okay. Here we are. Nope, that was dumb. Like I said, trial and error, trial and error. You can't get these things perfect on the first try. I have no idea how to particularly do branches. Just ignore my dog in the background. She always barges down the room. I mean, barges in the room. So I just decided to like put a door. Please work. Okay, so that works. Basically create branches that wrap around the treehouse to hold it in place. And maybe some other branches kinda spurting off. I'm gonna like hang a swing down from this. Sorry if it isn't like a perfect tutorial, but with a treehouse, like it's hard to really get a good tutorial kind of going. So I'm gonna kind of wrap around it here as well. You see the process I'm doing for it, I think. Basically place smooth walls and stuff and make branches near the top and then wrap them around. So I'm gonna place things along the bottom as well. Hopefully. Like that. That should give it some support-ish. Like that. Not a big fan of doing these branches, but whatever. I think that's the first branch kind of done. I have no idea if it looks like a branch. But I'm gonna fill this in with brown wood and then show you guys how to do the leaves and whatever. They're not the best looking branch. Maybe I should add some supports. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fill this in, honestly, because you know, try and look for some good supports, like maybe some root systems. This is gonna be a mess of a tutorial. It's a tree house. It's gonna be hard to design. I'm not a wizard. I can't particularly design everything. Like I'm not the best builder in the world. There, added some kind of branch supports there. So basically make some kind of structure of branches and wrap it around the treehouse to make it look like there's branches holding it up and it's not just floating in the air. So use smooth walls, short smooth walls, etc. to do that. And place them kind of near the top as well and maybe a bit below, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to fill this in and then show you guys how to do leaves. I think by doing one branch and stuff it would make more sense. Next up is the leaves, so it's going to be a bit struggle trying to figure out what's what, but basically I'm just going to place floors in here for now, like so, and just kind of spam the floors like this for leaves. And that, I mean, it's not perfect, but spamming floors and stuff for leaves is what I'm going to do for now, even though I don't really know if this looks good. Is that good enough for leaves? I don't know. Spam floors and whatever. Smooth walls mean small floors, because I really have no idea how to make good looking leaves. Like I want to try and add quite a few leaves in here to make it look like a tree house, but for now, at the end of these kind of branches, just bam, small floors and stuff, teeny tiles to make them look kind of like leaves. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's, oh, why do I always do that? It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, it doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna get this perfect because with a tree house it's just kind of random. It's not like we're building a massive tree. You're gonna have to do this to 3 sides, so it should be too bad. Let's kind of shove that in there as well to give it a leafy look. So just kind of place smooth walls and these in random places to make the leaves, you know, because you need leaves. Maybe I could do a dead tree house, that would make it a bit easier, but if you don't want to add leaves, just skip this process. Okay. Maybe add some leaves here and stuff. Random leaves. I'm lagging badly. I think the first set of ones turned out pretty good. Sorry if you're lagging, but I can't really do much about that. Okay, so is this good enough for the first set of leaves? Maybe add some more depth to this one. Kinda like this. Okay, so I think that's good enough for the first set of leaves. Basically what you do on these kind of points where you go upwards to create the branches, spam like floors and small floors for the leaves. Kind of add some depth to them. I already taught you guys how to make the branch. So once you've done the leaves, fill them in with green wood, then I'll show you guys how to do the other 2 branches and stuff. There's going to be a branch on each side holding up the tree house and that. Hopefully it won't look too bad, but this is my first time making a tree house, so spam small floors and normal size floors on these like branches. I would recommend like 2 floors and just a bunch of small floors. Okay, next thing I'll show you guys how to make is the other 2 branches. Once I've filled this in, and then it should be done hopefully. Also gonna add like a swing on this one as well, kind of cool. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is place a swing. So once you've done the leaves and stuff, measure out in the middle-ish way you're going to place a swing by placing smooth walls at the top of the branch and stuff. So I'm going to place mine about here. I think it's probably the best. So once you've kind of measured out where your swing's going to go, this is just blueprint references, I'm going to use wires the rest of it, but once you've done that, where the swing is, like down here, place like tiles underneath the smooth walls. Place tiles underneath there, like small tiles. So place 2 small tiles under here. I'm gonna have to do that stupid thing again. And delete that. Okay, so once you've done that, basically to place the wires, place blueprints at the back end going up until it hits the branch, and then use the blueprints as reference and then drag the wires up until it hits the top of the tree. I did do like a video explaining it more, but it didn't record properly, so I'll do a quick one. So once you've done that to the wires, I drag them up. Next thing I'll show you guys how to make is basically the tree branch for this side where the door's gonna be. I didn't even realize I put the door there, so should I move the door in the middle? Yeah. So the first step is to actually move the door where the tree branch can actually be, which is going to be here. So I'm just going to move mine there. I'm going to show you guys can sort out the walls. I mean, it's not hard. Okay. Shove mine there. Shove that there. Just move these around. Like so. Didn't even realize. So the first step is to actually place the door somewhere where you can get out onto a tree branch. Now I'm gonna measure out where the ladder is so it's even and stuff. So by using posts, I'm gonna measure out where the ladder is. So I think the ladder is about here. That's where the ladder is. So I'm gonna move the door to a better place. So here. Then once I've done that, place all the blueprints back. Which kind of moved stuff. Like so. Oops. And then once I've done that, get started on the tree branch. So make sure the door's in the middle or something, because otherwise you won't be able to get out onto the tree branch. Okay, so let's sort it out. Let's actually get started. Okay, so I'm gonna have to work around this gap which I made. The other reason I made it is so I could get the wood up in that. So let's use smooth walls, and then this is gonna be a long ass branch because the house is in the middle, and yeah. So place smooth walls on the top, kind of like this for the tree branch, and then I'm gonna do some bottom ones. In fact, I'm gonna do some short smooth walls and stuff down here, like so, on the bottom, and then do this. So make sure to put smooth walls and stuff down here. Then also add branch supports. So what did I use last time? I think I just used a 2/2 wedge for the branch supports. Always gotta add them branch supports down, like so. Just keep adding them, and that should be the branch supports done. Okay, so keep going like this until you reach the door, I think. So I'm gonna add short smooth walls going along here, and then we reach the door. I'm just gonna add some side branches. This isn't a very practical tutorial, honestly. I add some side branches here for leaves, if I can do that. You can see what I'm doing, just random blueprints to wrap around the tree. That can be a random branch, and this branch will lead out. You can like sit on it or something. and there'll be kind of leaves here as well. I don't know how it looks. Hopefully it doesn't look too ugly. I'm also gonna do some side branches going out here like so. Do a post like that, and a smooth wall or small floor, and then it's kind of lift it up, and that can be another branch thing for leaves. There's a lot to do. Yeah, I'm sure there's people gonna whinge that isn't a perfect tutorial. Trust me, it's hard making this kind of stuff from just memory and that kind of stuff. And then, so make sure to add bottom layers here so it gives the branch some thickness, like so. And then also gonna kind of make sure to try and wrap this area around. Okay, that isn't hovering for once. Kind of wrapped it around there. I think that's the second tree branch kind of done. Maybe. I don't really know any other places I can wrap it around. So basically place posts along here so you've got like a branch to walk out on. And then once you've done that, fill it in with brown wood, and then I'll show you guys how to do the leaves again, and then go on to the final branch, which is this side branch here. Okay, so we're next on to the leaves of the second branch. Now it's a bit laggy again, as you can see. So now basically you just do what you did the first time and spam some normal walls like so, just a couple ish, maybe on each branch, something like this, 1 or 2 on each branch, and that should be good. And then for the rest of them, basically spam smooth walls for the leaves. I'm sure you guys know how to make branches. Basically just make some kind of root system with smooth walls and short smooth walls, etc. Keep spamming them like so. Got 2 beggars there. I'm just gonna spam them around and create some kind of leaf. Like this, so keep spamming them around and create some leaves. Like so. And add some in the corners. I'm just like that. Some on here. Maybe like 1 there and 1 here-ish. And there's some squeaky toy in the background. So keep doing that. I've got some lovely beggars here. You know what they're like. Let me just blacklist this Nicholas, because he's on where I wanted him to be. Okay, it's done with. We've got a nice steady greenery of trees here. Maybe that's enough lace. There's would there be some under here? maybe one here as well. About there. Basically spam some floors every branch kind of thing, and spam small floors around the tree for leaves. Like this. Showing you guys the branches and what they look like, and also this branch. And then basically spam small floors and floors around here on the branches. And once you've done that, fill it in with green wood. Then I'll show you guys how to do the last branch. Okay, on to the final branch. I'll just place the smooth wall up there. And basically just do what you did for the other branches and kind of place random smooth walls and short smooth walls in a random maze-like pattern, so it creates like a branch shape. So I'm gonna try and I don't know if that looks too big or not. I'm gonna place them on there. Just gonna create a basic straight branch going out like this, like so. Then kind of cut this branch going off here. Kind of make sure it's wrapped around the treehouse, holding it up like that. Oops, wrong place. That kind of looks weird. I'm gonna do it. I can move that. I'm gonna do it like here. Kind of wrap it around the treehouse, like this. I'm gonna place posts, like teeny floors there. Can I actually shove that in there? Noses on. Look, you see what happens? I can't shove that in there for some reason. Okay. I don't know. That's annoying me because it's like a problem where I can't place posts properly and stuff. It's just weird. How come it's in hashtags? Okay, so that's one branch going out. I'm going to add some leaves onto that. And then over here is going to be another branch. I'm going to start it from like here. I'm going to add some depth to it. Of course. Add some depth as well. So kind of like a maze pattern. You can see. Basically just kind of do this at the bottom. You won't be in my way. You're not like crazy. I mean, I don't mind being in a server with friends, but there are some people who like they won't take no when I'm recording for an answer. Like I'll say I'm recording and they'll just be like, "Can you sign my base?" And I love signing bases and stuff like that. But when I'm recording, I'm not gonna sign it that then, because it would make it like hard and stuff. I don't know what I'm saying honestly, but does that look like a tree branch? Is that like enough wood? See, he's helpful. See, you know. Fans like nosy and stuff. The respectful ones are the ones I like. I think a branch here would do as well. I'm gonna add like a little wall stub here. So for the branches of where the leaves go, I'd like either smooth walls or wall stubs, and this will make it look like a branch. And under the tree, create like a maze type structure with long smooth walls or short smooth walls, and make sure to kind of wrap it around the tree house, and that's how you kind of do branches. You can see what I've done there, and also this side I've kind of done the same pattern, like a maze type structure with different paths. Also make sure to try and add some depth under the bottom so it's not just like a big long thin stick. So I'm gonna do what I normally do, just kind of add some depth to it as well. Like not all the way to the end, but like so much. See, add depth under there, like a second layer. You can also add third layer if you want to. Like I'm probably gonna add a third layer here, like so. And then kind of rotate it and then add a branch there. I don't know. Oh, we have school kids in the background making a lot of noise. Dogs? You know, this is a great neighborhood to live in. Some branches again. Trying to add some depth to it, etc. Okay, I'm just gonna add one there. I just needed some brown wood as well. So that's how you create the branch, like just do maze structures and then add depth to it, like with smooth walls, etc. And also make sure to add like 2/2x1 wedges onto the bottom of the branch like this. So it kind of looks like the branch is actually going into the tree, like so. You see that branch there? So the basics, start by making a one layered maze structure with different paths like that. Then add like little smooth walls or small floors or smooth walls going upwards like there for the leaves to go off. Like I see you added them at them points like that. Then add some more depth, like more smooth walls onto the bottom and that to add the like depth to the tree branch, and then add like wedges at the bottom where it starts, so it looks like it's holding it up. That's how you make a tree branch. And again, I'm going to fill this in and show you guys how to make the final leaves. And also thanks to Nosy for helping me get some brown wood. Okay, I'm going to fill this in and show you guys how to make the leaves. Okay, so the last part of the tutorial is basically just adding some leaves. Basically just do what I did last time for the leaves and spam some smooth walls like on every branch, a couple of them maybe, like so. And then that should be good, like a couple on each branch should suffice. And then of course when you've done that, make sure to spam some small floors, some detail. Just add in some small things here. I don't think there's any I could add in there. Nope. So once you've done that, like spam some smooth wall stubs, small floors or whatever. So thanks to Nosy for helping me build this. I mean, get wood and stuff. Okay, like that. Just spam wood around the place. For the leaves, so smooth wood, I mean smooth walls. Make sure to try and get a good leaf pattern going, like so. Put some in here. Doesn't really matter where you place the leaves as long as big amount of them. Right now it's kind of been, you know, like jerky when it's kind of like lagging so much you can't even place anything. That's kind of what it's doing now. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I placed that in. I'm gonna try and shove leaves in. Basically spam the leaves around here in the corners. What the fuck? What happened there? It just filled in. Weird. There's actually no brown wood there and it filled in. It does that sometimes. It'll be like randomly fill in for no reason. Like sometimes wood glitches under the ground and then it like says that it's percentage full even though the wood's not there. You know, the usual. Like, it does that sometimes. I don't know why, but it's like you just find a random piece of wood glitched under your house and stuff. I think, let's see. I'm gonna add some leaves over here. The branches are a bit more close. So make sure to just kind of add like smooth walls and the upwards branches and stuff. That makes it look more like a tree house and stuff. And glitch one in there, like so. My data size on this is like 5 now. Is that good? I think I'm gonna add a leaf here as well. It's kind of hard to see. So yeah, basically just spam whatever. Yeah, there's some branches here. Should I add some here? I mean, it's kind of hard. I don't know. I think I won't add any here. I'm gonna go back up and see what's what and see whether it's good enough. Then once I've done that, I've got to kind of place everything back, all the windows and stuff, and organize everything. Okay, so I think that's it for the leaves of this tree house. Like I said, make sure to spam some smooth walls and small floors around the branches of the wood. And that should be your leaves. I'm going to add another one here as well. Okay, I'm going to fill this in with greenwood and show you guys the finished project. And anyway, that's basically how you make a tree house. Okay, so finally finished the tree house. So you can see it's got 3 branches at the sides there. Tree trunk. The only part that annoys me is this part here. I couldn't really fill that in without using tons of teeny tiles. I might fill it in for a screenshot, I don't know, but if you have that problem that bugs you, just fill it in with teeny tiles and that. Okay, so this is the entrance to the tree house. There's like a door, and then you climb up a ladder and it leads you to the top of the tree house. Now you can customize this however you want. I'm not going to do it like a tutorial on how to furnish a tree house, but if you go out the door, you can go out onto one of the branches if you've done what I've did and built under the door. So you know, like you can view out and check out the tree house and stuff. And there's also a roof that I added there and that. Then same as here, you can jump out from the windows and kind of view it all and stuff. Like so. You jump out the other window as well. Basically try and place the tree branches in the middle so you can jump out of here as well and just kind of relax in the tree house. You can also have some rare items in there if you don't want people finding out. Like you could put some axes like I've done up here and stuff. I'm gonna place my axes here, like I want them all down on the ground. Like if you have a tree house, you can use it for storage, so you can like just block off the door down here, and then there's no real way of getting up here unless people use beetles and stuff. So yeah, you can just block it off, and there's like you can't really glitch into here. Like you could, but it's hard to actually get up here and that. So that's how you make a tree house. There's also like a little swing you can go on. And also thanks to Nosy Robo Star for getting Brownwood, King Gamer SA1K or something, and Lord Me Funny for getting me all the greenwood, which is here. You see, I had trouble trying to get it because it kept disconnecting all the time, so I was like, ugh, I can't be bothered with this anymore. Yeah, so I was willing to buy it because it was annoying. And basically thanks to anyone who got the wood as well. There was someone else who helped, but I just kind of forgot the name. Hopefully you was able to follow this tutorial, tell me if you wasn't or something. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching and bye.